Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautostore.com. Today what we'd like to do is share with you, this is one of our clients and friends' vehicle. They have a collection of some interesting cars, and they want to reduce their fleet in their collection. So we're just going to share with you, we're going to review or walk around this really nice Citroen. It's the Dolly version. Or trim level, and it's in exceptional condition. It has very, very low kilometers, and he would like to reluctantly sell this vehicle because he just needs to reduce the size of his collection. So what I'd like to do is basically just walk around the vehicle and share with you the overall condition and trim because it's very, very well looked after. It's all original. When we get to the engine bay, the only thing that they've upgraded or changed from stock is the ignition system, electronic, which is a little more efficient. It still has the manual choke. Everything else is stock in terms of wiring, with the exception of just the ignition. For the purist out there, you buy this vehicle, you can always change it back to the original ignition system. So we have the really nice smooth steel wheel. They're a Michelin all-season radial. They do have a little bit of weather cracking. After we do this video, we'll bring it into our shop, we'll put it up on a hoist, and we'll show you the underneath. It's a rust-free car, very well cared for. We haven't done any body work or paint work at all to it, and when we open this driver's door, you can see we have everything is original. We've got the original panel, clips, the release handle. We've got nice seat covers over the seats, and then I think the camera person can probably just go right in towards the column, steering column and speedo, and you can see this car only has 14,333 kilometers, so a very, very low mileage, very well looked after vehicle. You can see here on the handles, most people that are reviewing this video are probably very familiar with this model, where they have this really unique feature of the windows, and you can see there's a lever here, and you lift the glass up. It's on hinges or pivots, and it has a clip here that locks in the window, so you can drive with the flowing ventilation on both front, this driver's side, and also the passenger side windows have this feature. And then you just release the locking clip, and then it latches back in place. So very clean, very straightforward in terms of presentation. There hasn't been any modifications done. All of the handles and latches operate as they should. You can see this rubber flap. It's very common for these rubber flaps to wear and crack. You can see it's in very, very nice condition, and it's very important to have this seal because that's what helps seal the interior from the exterior. So you see all the doors open nice and freely. You've got ample room in the back. You can see the original factory paint on the floorboards. We got a little rubber mat from the factory. So everything is presented as it should. And then you can see there's just a couple little spots of surface rust, but a very, very clean condition, and that's all of the original factory paint. And then as we start going towards the back, you can see we have the really nice style. There is a little bit of paint fade here. You can see where there's, and this is from sun, so there's a little bit of wear here. One of the options our client thought of was having it repainted, but I think it's better to have it in this condition so nothing is hidden. You can see it's in its original state. We obviously have the fuel filler here, and you can see the top is in exceptional condition. It's the vinyl top. And it's white with a texture. It could use a little bit of cleaning. Pardon me, we haven't had a chance to clean it for him yet. And then you can see on the back we have the correct badging. So it's the 2C V6 Special. It's the Dolly trim level, and obviously it's made by Citroen. And we can see the tail lights are in very good condition. They're not faded or cracked or split. The gasket around it is in very nice condition. You can see the bumpers are in very nice condition also. And then we have the old license plate that originally came with the vehicle, and then being registered here in Ontario, they have a personalized plate. Excuse me. And then if we open up the trunk, in the trunk area you can see once again the back of the seats. The flooring, you can see how nice all of that is. It's all original factory paint all the way around. We've got a portable jack. We have the spare tire and rim, and it's the original Michelin spare tire. And then you can see how nice everything is in terms of condition. And then once again, the important seal. These get to be very expensive when you have to start replacing them, and these are in exceptional condition, and all the latches work and operate as they should. As we come along the left side of the car, you can see once again there's a couple of little tiny imperfections or marks. We could buff this paint a little bit, but you can see there's a couple little markings, but nothing very dramatic. We've got the original tape masking lines and paint finish, and then when we open up this side, pardon me, you can see once again all original latches, all original trim and handles and seals in exceptional condition. And then you see the floorboards. Typically along the rocker panel and the floors, they were prone for a lot of rust depending on what factory these Citroens were built in. And we have a decal that we'll share with you on the front. This is one of the last ones that were built in France, and it has the decal on the front that we'll share with you in a moment. So you can see on this other side, lots of room to get in and out. You can see the seat tracks are in exceptional condition, the original hardware, and once again your flooring looks quite nice. We have the safety belts, all of your latches, everything operates as it should. Pardon me. So as we come around to the front, you can see once again, very unique design. We've got fairly new wipers on it. It has the washer nozzle. It's got the dual mirrors, both driver and passenger side. As we mentioned earlier, it's the Dolly trim level. And then we have this important decal here. So for the collector out there that's looking for a Douchevaux, this is another important feature, and that's that sticker showing that it was made in France. And as everyone knows or should be aware, the quality and the durability of these models built in France are highly sought after. Some of the other factories had concerns with rust through and were prone to early rust, where the model like this one wasn't part of that concern. So they're quite a bit better in terms of quality build. You can see we've got our original lenses, signal lenses in the headlights and housings. There's marginal little bit of pitting on this chrome tab on top, but still all in original, very nice condition with the front lenses and the front grille. You can see everything is there, and then there's a lever on the bottom that you simply just lift up on that releases the hood. Sorry, I put my back toward you for a moment here, and I'll just get the hood prop up. So the hood props up in this location. You can see with the exception of this coil with the ignition, everything is stock in terms of appearance. Nothing's really been changed, and with such low mileage on it, this would be a great vehicle for someone for a long period of time. You can see on the back firewall, everything is all original. We have all of the original wiring. There's a battery obviously bolted in place as it should be. And then we look on the other side, we can see our brake master cylinder reservoir, our cylinder down below, and you can see the metal lines that are coming off of the brake cylinder are not rusty or corroded and in very nice condition. And then as you see, we've got the original VIN plate on the back firewall that has all of the important numbers on the vehicle. You can see the production stamp number here, 3997, which was, and when you go across, you can see the rust inhibitor that was sprayed across the seam and in around the wheel wells where the fenders bolt onto the body. And then you can see there's another factory, so you've got some paint stamps up the side with some lettering, which is once again factory original stamping and lettering. And then we have the sticker down on the bottom, another factory decal there. So everything with the exception of the ignition coil, that makes it just quite a bit more efficient. But other than that, everything is stock, and this can be easily moved back. You can see there's just clamps here on the front, so it can be brought back to normal. But this makes it so much easier to start and run and drivability. So I just wanted to share that with you, and then we'll put the hood prop back down, and then we'll just close that latch. So this is an exceptional deal for someone Very well looked after. The mileage, as I mentioned earlier, is only 14,333 kilometers at present. Our client may drive it just a little bit more, but 14,000 original kilometers on a very rare Citroen deux chevaux. So I thank you for watching. You can contact me through email. It's john@lastchanceautorestore.com. Thanks for watching.